Take a little look at the classic subreddit. Haven't looked at it in a day or two, so let's see if there's anything new. Hardcore can't hurt you if you mentally ascend. All gaming's a waste of time. Okay. No, when your character dies, you lose all that time. All gaming is a waste of time. The bell curve. It's not really a waste of time. It's not. It's like, because I stopped playing Donkey Kong 64 at however old I was when I was playing it. You know, I haven't played that game since. Was that a waste of time because I haven't played it since? That track? Does that make sense? Like, if your hardcore character dies in WoW, it's not really a waste of time. That's the point of the game. Or that's a risk of the game that you're playing. Some of the ideas in this sub are horrible, and I'm glad Blizzard doesn't listen to the minority. Okay, let's take a little look-ski. Compilation of the worst ideas. Posted here since Sod's announcement. Worgens and Goblins playable races. Yeah, I don't care about that. I don't care. If they were in, if they were out, I don't care. Flying mounts. No, you can't have flying mounts in Classic WoW. Sorry. Transmog. I'm going to say no, because something really cool about getting gear in Classic WoW is that people know, like if they see you in a set, if they see you standing by the mailbox in Orgrimmar or Stormwind and you got a 6 set on, you know, they know that you went and did something cool. Whereas, like, once transmog gets introduced into the game, everyone is just this glowy whatever the fuck. You know, you can't tell from like a visual standpoint, like how experienced this person is, or like it takes away some of the awe of it, I think. Especially like because new players are actually playing this game all the time, right? So when a new player sees another player level 60 with this awesome gear set on in Classic WoW, you know, it's something they can aspire to and like be in awe of. Whereas if transmog's in the game, then it's just anyone can look like anything, and there's no like, the visual cosmetic rewards are kind of not as cool, not as important, which I think is important for the game. More classes for races? Nah. It's Classic WoW. Just, you know, we don't need to change everything. Shitty rune suggestions. Yeah, everyone's going to have an idea of what a good rune would be for them. Like, what was I thinking? I was thinking of something. Oh, like warriors getting like heroic leap. I don't know if that's a shitty suggestion. It seems like it'd be really cool for a warrior to have heroic leap in Classic. I have no idea who would think that's shitty or not, but I thought that would be cool. Or like, you know, it'd be crazy is if they gave Boomy a Starfall rune. Now, of course, we know nothing about Season of Discovery yet, so that could be coming along the line. But how crazy would it be to have in Classic your Boomy has Starfall? That'd be so cool. Who knows if it's shitty or not? I don't know. I think it'd be cool. Whatever. Vanilla themed Death Knights, Demon Hunters, Monks, Evokers. Yeah, it'd be a little. I just think it's too much. It's just too much for Classic. If you want Death Knights, Demon Hunters, Monks, and Evokers, go and play Retail. Heirlooms, no, obviously. Like, obviously not, right? Because, and you gotta remember, I'm not a Classic Andy. I specifically have not played Classic. I didn't play it in 2019. I haven't played Classic Era because I'm not a Classic Andy. I don't like the grind to 60, okay? The reason SOD is so attractive to me is because of the level banding. I don't have to grind to 60 off the rip. I only have to grind to 25. And then after that, it's only 10 levels at a time, which is easy. That's for someone like me. It helps me play the game. Helps me want to get into this game. So heirlooms would definitely defeat that purpose. Plus, they've already said that after each level band, they're going to increase the amount of experience you get in the other level bands before that. So heirlooms are pointless. No point. Instead of presenting shitty ideas to Sod, I present to you a game that you can play that established those shitty ideas. Cataclysm. I mean, I don't, you know, whatever. Everyone has their own opinion on every expansion of the game. I don't care what this guy thinks about Cataclysm. I'm still excited for Cataclysm. I like heirlooms in Retail because I do want to raid and I want to play endgame. So, you know, when I'm leveling, guess what? Guess what I have? Boom. Boom. Other heirlooms, boom, boom. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, you know, there's not much else going on. So, whatever. So while I think these are bad for the classic game, I still think some of these are good for next, Cataclysm and onwards, whatever. Looks like Oceanic server for SOD is going ahead. That would be good. That would be good. Honestly, the more servers we can get for people in like Oceanic and like Latin America, the better. Honestly, I want to see what's confirmed it though. Just give us one Oceanic PvE service at the least. You got it. We've been planning on doing this to launch a season of Discovery. Perfect. Confirmed. Confirmed. More servers that are better ping for other people in the world, and so that other people in the world can kind of like, they don't feel like they have to play on US servers and then have a shitty time. That'll be better for everyone. Classic WoW was designed for fun, not esports. I'm super excited that the Classic team is using SOD to do the same thing. Take the base game and add more things to do and new ways to play. All in the name of fun. Yes. If you're someone going into these threads suggesting that SOD needs to include changes that get class, race, faction parity closer to 100% balance, I don't think SOD is for you. There are versions of the game that have taken those steps to make your character as close as possible in power to everyone else's. That exists. Classic, and by extension SOD, ain't it. I mean, yes, historically, that is true. Classic is not that. Historically, if you want to be big DPS god, you play a warrior or a rogue, right? But in my opinion, that's not fun because I don't care about warriors and rogues. I don't want to play that. I want to play a Boomy. I want to play an Ellie. I want to play a Warlock. I want to play a Shadow Priest. Right? Or a Prot Paladin. Right? Which all of those have just a terrible time in regular old vanilla classic. So while yes, I don't think every class needs an ability that's the exact same with a different name. We want classes to be elevated so that you can pick whether you want the Paladin class fantasy or the Warrior class fantasy. Or if you want the Warlock class fantasy instead of the Mage class fantasy, right? They don't need to all do the same thing, but they need to all be able to play. I don't think that's necessarily the point of his post, but that's just, addressing this part of it right here. I surmise that all people asking for human/orc ratios to be nerfed would still play human or orc if it was +1 wep skill instead of 5. For some reason, you guys love to act like you're in the top 1% of raiding guilds, and you have to have every advantage available. Everyone, the whole player base plays like this. And not just in Classic either, but in Wrath and in Retail. Everyone plays like this, okay? I don't know why. I feel like it's just part of like being human, right? It's just part of being human that we do this. If we feel like we're playing suboptimally, or if we feel like someone else is playing suboptimally, it feels bad. I can't explain why. It just does. So we all kind of play like this, I just think that if you're going to give feedback on forums and encourage the dev team to listen to you, make your suggestions something fun and meaningful instead of shrieking about balance and not being perfect for your level 25 BFD raid. Yes, true. And we also have no idea what's coming. We have seen the tiniest little breadcrumb of what's to come, right? And those things still might get changed. Anyone complaining or like trying too hard to like predict what's coming, like just chill. Just be excited that it's coming. Be excited for something new. Be excited for this big community event that's about to happen in finding runes and leveling. And then once it stops being fun for you, or if you determine that it's not fun for you, then you stop playing. Stop playing. And you go back to your Classic era or Wrath or Retail or whatever other game you're playing, right? Easy. You can come back for the next level band. No, Horde doesn't have to have everything Alliance gets. No, they don't have to change the way weapon skill works or balance Horde ratios for PvP. You're asking for something that SOD isn't trying to achieve, and clogging up this channel for those suggestions, for those suggesting hilarious things like moving Mancrick's wife around, which I don't necessarily understand I don't understand what that means, but apparently it's hilarious. The game doesn't need to be balanced. Classes just need a reason to be brought along. Yes. Yes. I agree with this, 100p. Let's upvote that bad boy. There's always going to be a class that's going to be top DPS if played correctly, compared to other classes being played correctly. I'm fine with that. I don't need my Boomy to be top DPS. In a perfect world, I don't need it to be top DPS. But I want it to be on par. I want it to be something that if I played it skillfully enough, that I can compete. Way too many people trying to optimize around a game that doesn't even exist yet. Just play what you love, play what sounds fun. Yes, of course, because that's what this is trying to be. Season of Discovery is just trying to be fun. Okay. The entire point of SOD is to recreate the sense of wonder and possibility that Vanilla WoW inspired. This is a version of Classic that is unsolved. We get a chance to rediscover the original game through a new lens. Well said. Well said. We'll give that one a little upski too. It's never going to work if people are constantly trying to force it into a box that fits their personal idea of what the game should be. Everyone has an idea of what they thought Classic Plus would be. And Blizzard cannot operate by trying to please everyone. They just can't. So, again, reserve your judgment until the 30th. Play the game. Get to level 10. And then decide if you want to continue or not. It's the only way you're going to know. Because I bet a lot of people who are complaining, number one, are still going to play it. And then number two, they're probably going to have some fun. And guess what? You're already paying for WoW. You're already paying a subscription for whatever you're playing now. So you're not paying anything extra. It's low risk. This game is low risk. You play it, and if it's not fun, you stop playing it. And you're not losing any money. You're not even losing time, right? Because you learned something new. You learned that you didn't like it. Maybe I'm getting too serious about it, but I'm reserving I'm excited for it, but I'm reserving my judgment until I play it. So I don't know if it's going to be good or not. Two-handed enhance, I remember back in the day watching videos of two-handed enhance, watching PvP videos of two-handed enhance and how sick it looked. What makes Classic players want world buffs so badly? Yeah, personally, I have heard horror stories about world buff meta. I personally don't want to participate in a world buff meta. So once we get to the level 60 level band, I don't want to have to freaking log on, get world buffs, log off for 3 days, can't play my character, Now, I doubt that they'll do that. I bet that they add in at least the chrono boon, right? Still don't want to go get them. I still don't want them to be dispelled. I still don't want to be in a raid where someone dies, and then because they lost the world buffs, they give up on the raid, or they get pissed and the raid is just a tension filled fucking, dumb thing. I don't want that. It just doesn't sound fun. So I think what's nice about the level banding is that I will have fun up until that point because I don't have to get any world buffs. All right, that's about to the point where I have seen everything so far. So that's fun.